Oh, yeah. Happy, glorious Sunday. Happy Sunday, fellas. Happy Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You guys know what time it is.
Already.
It's time for Conrad to change that color hat because my eyes hurt.
It's how you get on me, though.
I just want to put it out there. Eyes burning. Yo, if you guys don't know who we are, you guys are crazy. We grown ass man toys. And now we're doing this amazing thing that's called GAMT Toy Tour Room or Toy Room Tour.
Yeah.
I believe.
Toy Room Tour.
It's like a tongue twister. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pause.
No diddy. No diddy.
It's Toy Room Tour.
Today, we got a special guest, man.
Yeah.
Yo, first of all, introduce yourself. I am Marvelous Shots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Collector 425.
And I am the real comrade.
My bad, fellas. I'm so damn excited, bro.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Mad excited, bro.
There we go.
I'm gonna squeeze it.
Like my cousin, my little cousin used to say, subscribe.
Subscribe. Like,
Ain't no being a subscribe.
Subscribe.
yeah, man. If you guys don't know, bro, I finally met him at Legion Con.
Uh-huh.
And yo, I had a blast. His energy is like 0 to 100.
Yo.
ASAP, man. If you guys don't know, man, squeeze it. So we got a special guest, Big Dub. Let's get it.
Big Dub. Yo.
Get your squoles on. Get your squoles on.
You ain't gotta get your squeeze on. You know, you gotta get it on. What you it is could vary from person to person, but you get a squeeze.
hey, Big Dub. Now listen, just for the viewers who don't know, you said you were late because of what?
Oh, I had to pinch one off. I've been up against it, so we were gonna start at a certain time, and we started. Natalie and I started watching Three Body Problem on Netflix.
Okay.
That show's real good. And so next thing I know, it's been 5 hours, and I'm like, we got to eat some dinner and walk the dog, and then you know, the Thai food hit me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's 3 minutes for record time. I'm going to go fast. And then I get here and Comrade's not here.
Yeah, here. Hey, listen, that's all the time though with him.
Listen,
all the time.
All the time.
I'm saving the world. Believe it. When I'm not on the screen, I'm saving the world.
Well, hey.
I got a special surprise for you, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
You gonna start dancing.
What you about to whip out?
No, I'm not gonna whip it. We're gonna wait until we get deep into it, and then we gonna
no Diddy, bro.
Might have phoned in with some questions for you. So
Nah, but Big Dub is always ready.
Yeah.
Always ready for it. Always ready for it.
But y'all who for the guys who don't know, this is Big Dub.
Mm-hmm.
Big YouTuber, big Instagram following.
Mm-hmm.
I met you at Legion Con last year,
mm-hmm.
but I knew of you, man, before I met these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I knew of you years ago when I first started collecting. I used to watch YouTube a lot just to get into this game and shit.
Right.
And I saw you. A bunch of people was at your house.
Yeah.
All your stuff.
Legendary,
bro. And that's how I knew of you then. Right. So then to meet you at Legion Con last year was an honor, bro. And so
get to clown around for a little while. Are y'all riding up to Legion's Con again this year?
For sure.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We got to get up to no good then. Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Y'all came in and were there for like 37 minutes, and then you were gone. I'm like, just a drive by.
We were there for a minute, but we wasn't there as early as Collector, though.
I was there early.
Yeah.
See, what it is Conrad, he flying in from Miami.
Yeah.
So
that's a trip.
That's a trip. And I live in PA, so he just fly in directly to PA. I can't go until I get him. You know how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You got to get down there. So
There you go.
Man.
Take a little extra time off work and get there for 2 days. You know,
some right. I'm gonna try and get.
It's a good time, man. That hotel's a good time in the evening. It's a good time.
when we were leaving, and then there was, I think they announced something the next day or something like that. They have exclusives on Saturday and Sunday. They're different. Yeah, so I was like, bro.
And then so we even had a surprise exclusive. Like out of the blue.
They put the Valiant Night out. Yeah. That's brand new. That's something they've never done before.
That's dope.
That was
amazing.
So how long you been doing this? How long you been collecting?
Damn, you stole my question, comrade.
Go ahead. I
mean, you know, I've told this story a lot, but maybe not a lot of your audience, even you guys have heard it.
So you better not say 1 month, bro. There ain't no way.
No. So I, even as a kid, for whatever reason, Ninja Turtles were always my jam. That was my number one thing. And I would keep, like, I wouldn't open all my Ninja Turtles growing up. Like, sometimes I'd keep them on a card and hang them on the wall. I don't know why. That's just, I think my mom collects cows. And for my whole life, I've seen her get anything that's cow print, and it'd be all over the house.
She loves
right? I mean, all of us moms collect something, right? China, whatever.
Yeah, so my mother was
furniture with plastic on
roosters.
Yeah. And so I don't know. That was just kind of how I was. And so then as I got like through teenage, then you start playing ball and chasing the girls a little bit. You don't display your toys quite as often. It's not beneficial to what you're trying to accomplish at that given time in your life.
Right.
But I never got rid of it. And then like I actually finished a complete collection of the original Playmates Turtles, loose and carded. Most of them were from childhood. And so I just kind of had them. And so this is now, I mean, these are things from the 80s, but now we're talking like early 2000s. And I just got these things. And that's the era of 40-year-old virgin, right? It wasn't cool to have no Ninja Turtle hanging on your wall at all. Anybody. That wasn't it. If you ever go back and watch 40-Year-Old Virgin and you realize this man is putting hot toys into Detox. That's what he's doing. That's actually what he's doing.
Yes.
And the world has changed quite a bit since that came out. But so I had them, and at the time I was a teacher and I coached high school football. And the paper wasn't right. I mean, it was. I'm on a school bus at 1 a.m. and I'm making this little bit of check.
Right.
And I wanted to do something different. So I sold that collection, original childhood collection. And even then, this is in like 2008, because I wanted to go back to college and get my graduate degree. And so I said, all right, I don't want to have to take a loan. I want to fund it. I looked up, like, I had a graded scratch. Even then it was worth like $4,000. I didn't know that, this early days of eBay and all that. So I sold it all, paid for myself to go to graduate school.
Damn.
And I said, well, my promise to myself is I'll rebuild a better collection, but I'll never go back and try to get vintage again, because that needs to be like a moment in my life that mattered, where I got rid of my childhood stuff. I can't ever get back the exact one that I played with in the bathtub. Like, there's no way to ever find that again. So then I did. I went to graduate school, got a master's in business. And then, so since then, in the last 15 years, I've just kind of built it. And I've hopped around a lot of different stuff. I think y'all mentioned I used to have so many Hot Toys, and they got crazy in value. And I had like a whole run of Mezco, and they got crazy in value. And when you start to go, that's $80,000 sitting right there, then you start to go, oh, maybe I could sell this stuff real quick, and make a difference. So, collecting like this and being on YouTube, about 8 years. So it's been a while. But my whole life, truly, I have collected. That is a true statement. Really, as long as I can remember, I was collecting.
That's beautiful, bro. It's an amazing story, man. It's the first time I heard the story.
Yeah.
Seriously. Wow. Hey, really quick. So I want to ask you, when you said you sold off your vintage TMNT collection to go back to grad school.
Yep.
Not trying to get too personal, but that was enough? What you sold was enough?
It was enough to get me started. No, it didn't pay for all of it. No.
I was saying,
I made like, I don't know, $15,000 or $16,000. So I got like the first couple semesters paid for, so that then I could try to work and take a side job, and keep it going. Okay. So it's, the hard part is getting started, where you're like, oh, where am I going to come up with the first $3,000 to pay for my first couple classes? And so it was enough to get me going. I didn't pay for the whole thing, no. But I didn't have any loans. I never had to take a loan for it.
That's good, because the loans,
bro. Dang.
Yeah, they kill it.
So funny. I had just got a message in, and he covered that already. So I'm just gonna play the message, but then I'll ask you the next question.
Oh yeah.
One, I think interesting topic that I think your viewers would like to hear is Big Dub's original collection back in the day was the vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like the originals.
Yeah.
He got real deep into that, and that'd be a cool topic.
So The other,
Yeah,
you
that's my
covered it
man.
already.
That's James. James knows the deal. He's been over here.
But there was a story about your name and Big Papa Pump and how they went hand in hand. And I would just, I would just like, I love, they don't know. Big Papa Pump was like a superhero to me. You know what I'm saying? The way he looked, I was like, I didn't think a man could look like that, bro.
Yeah.
So the story goes, if the conversation is interesting enough, somebody pops in chainmail and sunglasses, and they spoil the stream or something.
Yes. So so Big Dub actually comes from my last name is W. And when I coached ball, there was another Coach W, and so there was a Big Dub and a Little Dub. It came from my players. Actually, named me that a lifetime ago. But so yeah, it was Dewdog and George out there in Hawaii was on that stream. Bunch of cats, and they were doing, I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was like Toy Fair. This is a while ago too. It was like 5-6 years ago. Sure. But they were doing some sort of celebration stream, and I had got the link, like the link you drop to get into somebody's stream. And back then, COVID changed the way a lot of the streaming stuff worked. Back then, if you had the link, you were just in it. Like, there was no permission. They didn't have to let you in. You were just in it. Yeah. So I had the link, and they're in there talking. I'm watching this thing. There's a couple hundred people in there watching. And I had my lights, I can make colors. And so I had made them all red, and I played the siren, and I had the chainmail on and the sunglasses. And just Big Papa Pump just invaded their stream.
That's dope.
I probably had video of that somewhere. I'll have to find it. Send it
to you. That's dope, bro.
Holla if you hear me.
That's exactly right. One of the things I'm proud of, I don't know if proud's the right word, but I have been on so many people's channels and streams and show up, and I really, I this collecting thing can get out of control, right? People can go above their means and put themselves in a bad spot, right? They can get in a bad spot. But when it's done right, it is such a fun thing to do with people and to connect people. And it's toys, man. It's just toys. Let's have fun and play with our toys, however it is we play with our toys. And so connecting people, bringing people to the house. If you go through my channel, there's probably 20 videos where I've got 8, 10, 15, 20 people at the house, and we're just cutting up, being silly. Whoa. So I love, having fun, doing that, doing things like this, and just spreading the goodness about this. Because there's, just like everything else, there's drama, right? But I ain't got time for any of that, man. The real world's got enough of it. I don't need it in my toys,
Yeah.
I agree.
Love it.
So usually what we do is we just let you just have free reign. This is the Grown Ass Men Toys Toy Room Tour. Now we know there's levels to this, right? And so we started at a pretty safe level, a novice level, if you will. If you got a 9 to 5, you make under 30,000, you can be in that level. But this the dub edition, you know what I'm saying? You might need a few more helpers to acquire this type of collection. So you can start wherever you want. I don't know if we're gonna make it, but we might. We could do as much as you possibly can.
We could stay because we'll stay contained to what is in my general viewing area right now.
Sure.
There is a few other things, but like the family is here, get ready to go to bed for school and all that. So I got to be a little bit respectful. So I'd start with yes, right. Like the best way to build a collection is to do it within your means. And then when you don't want something, let that pay for the next part of your collection, right? Oddly enough, a lot of our stuff appreciates in value, right? And you can sell. Even like recently, it hasn't felt like that. So depending on how long somebody's collected, if you were collecting in 2020, 2021 already, you didn't hop in there, you were already collecting, you had stuff that you could sell for crazy money. When I sold a bunch of stuff, I sold one single hot toy for $4,700. In late 2020, $4,700. That was on eBay, and there were like 500 bids on it because it was a low run. Hot Toys had never re-released the thing at that point, and people wanted it. It was the Iron Man Mark 47 from Spider-Man, the silver one from Spider-Man. And then like 3 months later, they announced a reissue.
And I got that.
Yeah. But at the time,
I came in late. So
yeah. So if you got into the reissue, but there was this window
Yes.
Where every Mezco figure $600-700, and some of those still are, right? If you look at the Gomez stuff and
Long Roach and all that shit.
Yeah, but those are very limited. Everything you could sell for that. But now, like right now, today, a month ago, if you had the HasLab Sentinel, maybe you can get a little bit over what you paid for it. Today, I bet you can get $800 or $900 for it because it's blown up because the TV show's been good.
Right.
But so if you wait to the right time and go, all right, well, I paid $20 for this Marvel Legend. It's worth $150. I'll sell it, and then I get my next 6. And I'm still just spent the original $20. That's the wise way to do it. But, I mean, let's not get it twisted. Like, I've spent way too much money on action figures. Like all of us have. Right?
We thought you didn't notice.
Yo, every time I see his story, it's like, yo, he got tons of awesome shit. I'm like, yo, can I go over? Can I look at it? Can I just...
Your house is like the...
hold it in my hand.
Yes, you can come look at it. Let me flip this thing around.
I like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play. Like to play with my toys. I like to play.
All right, can we see what we're doing? Let me make sure I don't turn the phone on. Now I got Siri up. Now I got my finger in the way. There we go. All right. Let me widen it out. I think I can widen it. How's that? Is that good?
Clean.
Yeah.
So I think maybe different than what you've had before. I have the family tour. I will show you a little peek down in here. We're not going to go too down in here, but I got the Snake Mountain from Super 7, the big boy. Wow. You see I got all my Master Universe stuff up on there. And then the Thunder Tank down there. And then that's kind of a legendary part of Big Dub's collection, the graded comic wall. Whoa. And all the swords. So those are all slabs. And there's some big boys. I'll walk down there and show you just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And those are graded to like 9.9 or something?
Oh, no. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Man, if some of these were 9.9, they'd be sold. Like, that one right there, first appearance of the Punisher. If that was 9.9, it'd be like $200,000. So it would not be on that wall. But so...
Damn. Oh my God!
And then we got the little armory, with all the weapons, and then you can come back and see the front side.
So whoever breaks into that house, you got all those weapons on the wall.
Yeah, that axe right there is the one you want. That thing's heavy. So then you come up here and you can see into we got a lot of art and things like that, but it's really a family collection.
It's like a museum, bro. Wow.
And we work really hard to try to curate it, and I'll go individually, but just giving you a once around. And this isn't everything, but it's most things. So we try to curate it, keep stuff together, and make it look fun and not like everything's too much. So I'll start here. This is my favorite.
Hey,
Super 7. Can you hear me still? Am I good?
Yeah. Before you get started, I just want to ask, do you still have any Hot Toys? I'm just curious.
I've got up there Hall of Armor.
Okay.
And then I've got up here, I got a few Marvel ones up there. And then the big boy Hulkbuster.
Oh my God. So that's all you have though?
Yeah, now I have a bunch of 6-scale figures, but I don't have very many Hot Toys.
I remember the Hot Toys used to be
at the bottom. So many of them. Like you had so many, man.
All of this was Hot Toys. All of it. I sold like 400.
Wow.
Yeah. Look, I paid off my mama's house. I paid off the truck. I mean, it was you got to do what you got to do sometimes. What's right,
Yeah.
So this is my favorite thing I collect. A lot of people don't love it, but if you think about my story, so this is Super 7 making their versions of the vintage TMNT. Since that kind of funded where I'm at in my life, and I won't allow myself to go back and buy these, the fact that they make these means a lot to me. So I get to collect things that I have nostalgia for, but not break my rule of
going back,
what I want to collect and so forth. So they kind of live by themselves. Now I also have all the NECA TMNT. That's in a different place that we probably won't go in this. But then this wall is all the Legions. It's all Mythic Legions. So you got down there, you got all them trolls and horses and
Lord have mercy.
All that stuff. You over there touching yourself? I heard somebody touching you.
It was me.
I of course have got Squeeze.
Yo, I don't know why, bro. And it's not allergy season.
What y'all know about that right there? What y'all know about that?
Oh, homie, the clown. Wow.
Damn.
Homie don't play that.
Homie.
Yo,
Yo,
it's
so
not
like,
allergy season, but I have tears in my eyes right now. I don't know why.
damn, bro.
So I have my Legions right now for the first time ever by faction. So actually, like the way they would be in the story. I had never displayed them like that before. I'd have like all the dwarves together and all the knights, but now it's like they're by their team.
Oh wow!
Which is different, and I like it.
And then I saw you racked up all those customs from I forgot his name.
We could go down there and look at the customs too. Yeah, they're in a different room. I'll take you down there too. I'll take you down there.
He's a different room. I only got one room.
Yo, I got a cupboard. He got a whole room.
Well, if you look in this room, so I built this house.
Yeah.
And this would be a room that could convert. Like you see how there's no closet or no anything, so it could be a home theater.
Okay.
But so you can't just build a room to be a collection room, right? Like that's not great for your resale value. Right. So it has to be like usable for something else. So it's just a great big open space, no closets, no walls.
Could be an office.
Yeah, it could be a big office, whatever you want it to be.
Wow.
So then you got these dudes.
Moving out of there will be fun. Shit.
Oh, no, it'll suck. It sucks selling all that stuff, trying to piece them up. So Lord of the Rings is one of my very favorite things. These are all 6 scale. Lord of the Rings. The company that makes these is Asmus.
That horse look crazy though.
Oh yeah, the horse is beautiful. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give it. You got to be careful with this one. He get you in YouTube trouble. Whoop. You got to look. Ooh, they did everything on that dude. Some more 6 scale stuff.
This. Let's talk about dust. Do you worry?
So it's bad. I mean, it's not as bad. So it's a new house with new HVAC, right? So it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, you see right here, like I'm not dusting that. So there's a little bit, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
But most of my stuff is behind glass.
Okay.
But it is an issue. It is an issue. There's no doubt.
Yeah, because that's my problem here.
Was it like the HVAC? Like maybe like
changing your air filters. Like keeping up with your air filters and your HVAC stuff is good. There's all the Cosmic Boys. Here's my favorite Cobra stuff from G.I. Joe. Mm-hmm. And then down here, these are statues. That's where I got a bunch of Marvel, all the MCU.
Surprised to see stuff in box. What is that? Aliens? That's Mythic Legions.
No, these are the 2-packs. They're like really, really hard to get of the 4 horsemen that they're making, the 2-pack. So I'm collecting those in box. So it's like each of the horse and the rider. Can you see that? They're really hard to get. If you don't pre-order them right away, you ain't getting them.
Yeah, so I saw you go live, not live, but you did an internship, right? With 4 horsemen?
I did. Yep, I was at the intern video, for a day. Bro. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
I enjoyed it, and I felt like I was there.
I tried to. They invited me out. They asked me to give the feeling for those who couldn't be there. I was like, well, I can do that. That's what I like to do. You know, other than the silliness that you see with my friends or my family, my favorite thing to do is cover conventions where people that can't make it, I tell you what, you do YouTube long enough, you start to get an appreciation of how many people we have from other countries, Harry Potter stuff, or people that are disabled and they just can't go to the things. So we take them for granted. So I really try to give good coverage. I love I love fantasy stuff. So Game of Thrones, these are all 6 scale. Walking Dead, 6 scale. I like all that Harry Potter stuff. And then you start to get over here. And I know some of y'all going to be excited about a little bit of this action. We got a lot of anime family wall. But you got some Mezco up here still.
Hey, I won't be excited about no anime. They will. They will.
Yeah.
Why not? Like you don't like that show? Look at that. Look how pretty that is,
bro.
I don't know nothing about it, bro.
Well, what about this? These Marvel. If all the Marvel characters were in Iron Man suits, that's what that is. Sentinel.
I started collecting that. But I started to feel like they going down a cash grab now because they getting everybody got an armor suit now.
Man,
they got Cyclops and Sam Wilson and Magneto.
Hey, they got Magneto coming out. He looked good, but it's like, come on, bro. Really?
Sam Wilson got my eye, bro.
Yeah. The Green Goblin's nice. I like that.
You got Dragon Ball.
So you got every Dragon Ball that came out? So
I am missing like 5 of the Dragon Ball.
Oh, that's it?
The fact that he knows that he's missing 5.
Oh, I am, because I'm trying to get them all. I'm missing 3 Comic-Con exclusives. What am I missing? Then actually one recent one I just haven't bought yet. And then the original Goku that was a Comic-Con exclusive that's like $1,000 figure. I don't know that I'll ever spend that.
Wow.
I'm hoping I got some hookups that are like, if I ever find mine, it needs to be in your collection. So if I find it in the storage, you know.
Bro, how did you get that robot from Dr. Giro from the Red Ribbon?
Oh, the one it's still on my table. It was on 5K Toys. It was like $50.
When?
Oh, 5K Toys?
Yep, this came from 5K Toys, the Capsule Core thing. Like, there's all kind of stuff on 5K. But yeah, they posted on their Instagram the other day that they were back in stock, so I just grabbed it. It was cheap.
Oh, come on.
I'd still be there.
Yeah, but
So
I gotta
like
go back in time.
anytime, like they've never made a Kid Boo, so I just use like the Dragon
I got
Star.
that same one, yeah.
Or the old school, like the Jax stuff.
Yeah.
I got.
Oh, you got Goten and Trunks?
Yeah, those are like the little Jax ones, I think, from way back in the day, maybe, or something like that. Yeah,
that kind of works.
Yeah, they fit in good enough.
Yeah.
They fit in good enough. And, I mean, you know, they've been going crazy with some of the Cell Saga stuff. And
I mean, and you just pick up that mech freezer, right?
Yep, I haven't opened him yet. Yep, he's sitting on the table, too.
It's crazy,
and,
bro.
That's one thing we like to do as a family is go meet voice actors. So, like, I don't collect a lot of Pops, but we do this with Pops.
Mm-hmm.
Where we meet the voice actors and get signatures.
That's dope.
Because that's cool. They look good.
Yeah.
Pops look good with signatures on them. So that's the thing we do as a family. My daughter's got a bunch of My Hero and Demon Slayer ones.
That's amazing. So so your daughter is a collector also?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is all Natalie's stuff. All the Sailor Moon and Avatar is Natalie's stuff. That's
lit.
That's her mom. And then so Kaya stuff, all this if we get into all the Demon Slayer, it's all her stuff. On
Demon Slayer's hard.
Here. My Hero.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I started to, because Sailor Moon was so affordable. I was like, bro, I should just go ahead and get this.
I used to watch Sailor Moon when I was a kid. I knew everybody.
Yeah. Like they like $40, $50, not even.
And it comes with great articulation and effects and all that stuff.
Now, if you try to get some of the outer scouts, they can get pretty expensive. But yeah, like the main 5, they've been really affordable recently.
Yeah.
There's a miscellaneous anime shelf with Naruto and Chainsaw Man,
One Piece,
Bleach, One Piece, all kind of stuff.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Yeah, I wish that there'd be more from that other than just McFarlane.
That's McFarlane?
Yeah.
Big ones McFarlane. Jujutsu Kaisen down there.
Mm-hmm.
So Dub is looking for a figure, or maybe not looking for a figure. Maybe the figures just fall in his face and he just buys them. But Dub is looking for a figure. What is the criteria other than nostalgia for a figure that's dope to you?
Something that is a line I don't currently collect.
Yeah, like
so I basically I'm gonna buy every Dragon Ball figure art that comes out, every Super 7 Turtle, every Legion, everything I collect. I'm buying all of right now. I'm a complete from the stuff that's mine.
Yeah,
but I don't like you know you don't see in here is Marvel Legends. You don't see anything Star Wars at all.
True.
I don't. Those are things that I didn't grow up on. I grew up on Lord of the Rings and Ninja Turtles, so like they weren't my jam. So I have some Marvel stuff. I have some Batman stuff, but I get more statues. Like if you look up here, there's a lot more Marvel and DC statues.
How did you? Is it just a taste thing? Like you don't like the way Marvel Legends are being made, or like
you can't collect everything. It's purely that. It's purely the just.
You damn sure close.
Yeah, shit.
You can't collect everything. I got these mini championship belts. Y'all ever seen them joints? Right.
I see you started to do that.
And then you got one there that says I collect everything belt too, right there.
That's true. I mean, I'll walk downstairs and show you.
This is amazing.
He said he wanted every figure arts. That's insane.
I want to. I'm only missing 5.
Damn.
If you know anybody that's got any of them SDCC Brawlies, I need them.
I had one, but I sold it to Conrad, and he sold it for $8.
Go Ravens. You know I got to rep my boys.
A Philly cheesesteak.
If you come in the toilet, you get my art. Or if you got a poop, you can take a poop with all your favorite characters pooping.
There we go.
Yo, Marvin should have something like that.
That is dope.
In his bathroom.
Yo, Dub, where you get those from? Just curious.
His name, Disparity. I'll send it to you on Instagram. DISPAROGY.
Is he like one of them guys that only talk to big pages and all that shit?
No. I met him at like Atlanta Comic Con.
Okay,
I got Amiibo display. I don't know if you're into Amiibo, but it's cool because Nintendo did them for the most recent Smash Brothers game. So it's like a tour of video game history. You got Zelda, but even like Final Fantasy, Street Fighter.
Man, come on. I bet around Christmas time I'll take the little Christmas decorations too and put them up there.
You got Rufus. Hey, buddy.
He don't even know he's famous.
And then so here
he's famous.
He's famous. So we got a little bit of wrestling down there, and some other. These shelves are where new stuff can live. These are all like Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, so like small toy companies, private toy companies.
Gotcha.
Then we got this huge. This all NECA Ninja Turtles, which is just gone crazy.
Nuts.
They just out of this world. These them 5K.
Look how far it goes back there.
Oh yeah.
That shit is deep.
Yeah, NECA. Again, turtles is my thing. So
you own every NECA turtle?
Yeah.
Do you own the giant scale turtles, the movie and cartoon?
Lord have mercy.
God damn! Why'd I ask for?
Yo,
okay, hold
have
on.
you ever bumped into one of those cages and then they all just fall and you like?
Oh, look! Anytime I want to put one in here, there's gonna be some cussing. Like, and I'm not a cusser. But you gonna have 7 things, like even putting the Mezco turtles right there. I hit something and like this dude fell, and that's probably why his head is leaning
trying to
forward.
get some tea. He out there. Press nabbit.
And then here's what you were asking for: the custom cases.
Yeah, man. I saw them over there, and I saw you there. I was like, oh, he's getting them all.
Is that a moose?
I wish I could get them all.
Or elk?
I got some of these recently at Toylanta. That you see that snout spout back there, that elephant.
Wow.
Yeah, I love the custom. That's what I'm getting into more. When you go, okay, you got everything. What are you gonna get?
Yeah.
I can support friends that are artists.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, bro. Because it's not everyone is not gonna have that figure.
Yeah. At this point, Doug probably just got a tab, bro. He's probably like, yo, just put it on tab.
I am working a project with one of them that is kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. And go back to the wall, and then I'll show you just since it is. I think this will be appealing to your audience. Let me go back over. But see, we've got all these rooms down there and stuff. We ain't gonna go down there. That's not all toys. So if I go in here, we got some custom kicks up there.
Yeah, you go shoot. Whoa.
Wow.
Demon Slayer shoes.
Ninja Turtles.
What the heck?
And then some more this is like some of my little vintage. I collect. I don't collect a lot.
You got VHS tapes?
Yep.
Mark, go ahead or hang up.
Yep.
Just a little bit. Yep. Lord of the Rings and Hobbit.
Yo, so those sneakers are custom or
those are all custom. Yeah, I'll tell you about it in a second. Let me take you through the bathroom. Look at this action here. Here you go.
Lord.
Jeez.
Man.
They go marvelous.
Hey, look, he got me
anime. How about
all that? I got is Jordans. So he got me beat.
Man. I saw y'all was doing some type, but y'all had like some kind of not a competition, but like
he got Yeezys. Jeez.
Nah, like every time they would do a like it was him, Josh Pence, OG, maybe somebody. Y'all had like a sneaker thing going where y'all would like show what you was wearing.
Oh yeah. We did for a while. Yeah.
Wow.
I just outran
everybody.
Rufus
Toys. You see Rufus Toys? We got the Cologne game too. Don't get it twisted. We got the Cologne game too.
Yeesh.
Damn, you a bad bitch.
And you see, here's some of Natalie's things she's got in here too. A lot of her signed stuff. Sailor Moon.
That's dope, man. I was trying to get my daughter into it, but then her mother would definitely kill me because she got rid of me.
So this is how many years? This is like more than 10 years of collecting, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what would be the oldest thing in this current collection. Yeah, at least 10 years ago. Yeah.
10 years.
So like the Adamant and Keltis Mythic Legions there, that line's come up on 10 years. So that's at least 9 years ago that I would have bought that.
So at some point, I'm just going to use the closest, the most affordable example to me. When I started collecting, Toy Biz was still around, kind of, but it was kind of on their way out. And I was wise enough to say, nah, don't do that because they look dated. But now some Marvel Legends are looking like, Like you just got, you have to get rid of them or something. They're not worth much at this point.
Yeah.
How do you know? How do you know when to get out? Or are you just keeping whatever you got in this?
That's not easy. I mean, so first of all, I am of the belief that you should collect what you like first.
Okay.
You shouldn't try to speculate, right? Because it's not, there's not enough things that are hitting to go, all right, my hit rate will be X. If you want to collect and speculate, do it with Lego. Sealed Lego, because Lego is the only toy brand that retires their stuff and never brings it back. So whenever any Lego set retires, it doubles in value the next day. It's just what happens. So I'm a believer, collect what you like. Most things, certain elements of that line will appreciate in value. Now, the crap that was sitting at Ollie's all Christmas.
Yeah.
Is it possible that those figures will be $100 figures in a few years? It kind of is, but it's not super likely, right? Like versus you think about right now, them X-Men 97 joints, you could flip probably immediately and make $20, $30. But if you chase that game, in my opinion, eventually you're going to run out, right? You're going to end up paying fees and shipping. And you're going to end up with 6 things nobody wants. Yeah. And so what if you made $100 on the last 6? Now you're stuck with 6, because you don't know when that's going to cut. So collect the things you want and then pay attention. If you're like, all right, well, I could live without this and it's tripled in value. Now it's time for me to cut it loose. Or just, if you start with an amount of money, like any other investor, say, I want to start this hobby today. I'm going to spend $1,000 myself out of my own pocket over the next year. That's all I'm going to give myself. I'll give myself $80 a month. From then on, I don't want to invest any other money in it. So if something comes up, I want this. All right, what do I got to sell to get that? Find out what's valuable enough and move on from it. But in reality, like if you could do that and always fund your collection. Can you do that and always get exactly what you want? Probably not. No. Like there's going to come times, right? Especially the way prices are going up and up and up. I mean, that Mezco TMNT set, that's the best Ninja Turtle set anybody's ever put out, but the thing was like $400.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of flipping to make $400 in profit. So,
a lot of people now are selling it for like $700, like crazy.
But that pre-order sat there available for like 9 months. Yep. And everybody was trashing it and saying, no, that is not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Then the first one came out, and then next thing you know, boom, it explodes. Now, one thing that if people do want to speculate, and I have made this a theory, and I think it continues to prove to be true. Mm-hmm. When Marvel Legends puts out a comic character that is seemingly kind of unknown out of nowhere, that could be an indicator that they're about to be in a movie or TV show like a year later, right? Because Disney is telling them what to make in a lot of cases. So if you think back to right before this is not a great example, but I just know it's true. Right before the Miss Marvel show came out, like the year before, there was randomly a Miss Marvel figure in like a video game wave that nobody want. It sold poorly. But then they released a show about it. And at least for the golden era MCU, if a movie was coming, it was going to fly. It was going to get expensive. The comic was going to get expensive. And I think that does hold to be true if somebody wants to speculate. But, Legions are a good investment. There's nobody that's ever said, I sold my Mythic Legions collection and lost money. If they did that, they didn't try very hard. Because that stuff's a good investment. I mean, you look at the top of the food chain, Otho, some of them figures, they're $600, $700, $800 for a figure that's $30 not long ago, like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a huge investment.
Yes. And you like the third person that I heard said the same exact thing. Mythic Legions is the way to go to invest in. And
what y'all talking about, the Legions from the shows or just like the common ones that be on the site?
Mythic Legions.
Any of them.
I'm saying.
I mean, the exclusives too, of course.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to hold it for a year, so if you look at things that came out in the All-Stars wave in 2022, so not quite 2 years ago, those are all re-releases, and all of them already sell for double what they did when they came out. And that was a re-release.
Okay.
Right? So the original one was up at like a $500 level. And then they re-release it as an all-star. So that $500 comes down. And now those that you could have bought at $30 2 years ago are $100, $120. And the original because there are crazy people kind of like me and like a little bit of all of us that are like, well, you know, the original had the white twist ties instead of the silver twist ties.
Yeah.
I need that original one.
Yeah.
They'll pay up. So Legions, I think, are a pretty safe investment. I have a ton of Legions. So what I didn't show you, because it's in a garage, I got a bunch of Legions just in a box, right? Just extras. I probably got 100. And I collect Mafex, all of the Marvel and DC. So that's where I collect my Marvel and DC is Mafex. But I just get them out and play with them, take pictures with them. Like, I don't leave them on display. Like, I actually put them back in their box. I have like it looks like a library, honestly. It has like a shelf where they're just all, so I can go, oh, let me take now Gambit and play with him.
Are they in numerical order or something? How you say it?
They are in order, numerical order by like all the Jim Lee X-Men are together, all the Hush stuff is together. So not Mafex order, because then they'd be all over the place. Like you'd have a Terminator next to a Batman next to a Star Wars, but by like all the Hush Batman stuff is all together in order. Yeah, I got man. That's what I do for a living. So I'm just my brain. Think about this. This could very easily be all over the floor, and you couldn't come back from it. You'd just be like, well, I'm done.
What you gonna do?
I had the fire sale. That's notorious for me, right? The fire sale in late 2020 when I sold all my Hot Toys, I sold all my Mezco.
I remember that.
Josh came down and helped me, and my buddy David was over here helping me. And that's the first weekend that I actually met Natalie. And that's how you know you got the right person. When they walk in and you've got 200 Hot Toys boxes, Mezco boxes all over your house, the whole house. And they walk in, that's the first time they've been to your house, and they're just like, how can I help? Instead of like, oh, something's wrong with you. You got issues. She jumped right in, but she says she walks in and she saw me, and all this stuff was all over the floor. We're trying to pag up heads and hands and all this. And she's like, y'all just look defeated. I'm like, we were defeated. Like 70 hours into the week going, is this a Spider-Man figure art hand? Or is this a Mafex hand? And back then, I was not organized. I just throw them all in like a tackle box. Like all my hands would just be together. All of them. Marvel Legends, everything.
All the hands and shit.
Can't ever get back from that, man. We just had to write it off. I still have a sack of just random pieces. I have no idea what they're to. I don't own a figure anymore. I know that.
Right.
Wow.
Like, sorry, you buy this, it don't come with two of the heads. I don't know where they are.
Well, I mean, that's fodder just in case you wanted to kit bash somebody.
Because now I try to, I try to.
I'll be seeing you be painting and stuff.
Yeah, it's fun. It's playing with your toys. I view the people that pop and swap or paint or customize or take pictures, or that's just playing with your toys as an adult. Yeah. That's what it is. If we didn't have, not me. I didn't have a camera growing up. I darn sure would have been taking pictures of the G.I. Joe war that was going on, and Ultimate Warrior coming in and beating up Shredder. Like, I definitely would have had pictures of that if that was an option when I was a kid.
Dub, so I have a question that I like to ask.
Oh, that's good. I can show you. So that's my collection telling me it's time for bed. Watch this. Alexa, turn on the collection.
Dang, so you have a time frame when you...
It turns off. It's like, all right, it's time to go to bed. Time to be disciplined.
Wow.
Turn it all on with my voice. Yeah.
I thought
that's good. That's timely that happened on camera.
I thought Dub forgot to pay his Condennison bill. He was like, you know what? I needed this Mythic Legions. Forget about Condennison.
Yo, so where are you keeping the hands and stuff now?
So now I've got them. I bag them up individually. So like I get a little Ziploc bag and I write, Mythic Legions, whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then those go in a bigger bag, like by wave. So it's pretty easy to get to it if I need to.
So you guys
takes up a lot of space though. It takes up space that way.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah.
So that table that when you put everything out, that's when you
break the kitchen table.
You break them down in the kitchen and then you bag them. Gotcha.
Yes, because usually, depending on what's going on in life, I release a video every single Sunday at noon and have since I think 2018, uninterrupted. Oh. It's been a long time, and most of my friends have either stopped or taken a break or whatever during that time. I'm very proud that I've been consistent with that. And so depending on what's going on, most of my videos are at least 45 minutes. I'm like, I leave them on the table in case I don't have anything really exciting going on. So I'll just show off whatever I got that week, right? Maybe go to Target or whatever. Before going to a convention, We just go to the convention. I don't even show that stuff. So it goes on the table. That way I enjoy it. Because I used to be really bad about opening it and immediately just putting it on a shelf. And then I'm like, I just paid $60 for that thing. I haven't looked at it in 4 years. Like I held it for 5 seconds and I put it on the shelf. So I open them, put them on the table. If I throw the boxes away, throw them away. The ones I put in the attic, I put in the attic. And then I leave them there for a couple days to play with them, mess around with it. You know, depends. Some sit on my desk, like I work at home. So a lot of them, like I got all the Jada Mega Man and Street Fighter toys on my desk so I can mess around with them because I don't really have a place to display those, but they're fun to play with.
Sure.
So yeah, that way I appreciate it a little bit more rather than being in a rush. Because if I don't have a system, what will happen is they'll just pile up. And then I'll never do anything with them. I'll get overwhelmed, you know, because too much is coming in.
Yeah. Yo, Dub, so I have a question that I like to ask my guests and stuff like that. How's the support system? Like for example, happy wife, happy life. So
I mean,
like, not to get too personal, but how is she with your collection? Like, if she's like, hey, make sure it's not, well, I can't say it's not in the kitchen because you put it on the table, but you know, just make sure it doesn't come to the bedroom. Keep it where it's at.
So I mean, we all the family here collects, which helps. But we also try. So when we just recently had a bunch of folks over, I had some things that had come in, and it's just a couple days before, and I was just gonna put some stuff up. I was like, I want to have this out. I'm just gonna get it on the wall, get it, whatever. She's really proud, as she should be, of how professional it looks. It looks like a museum, and you don't randomly see a Mythic Legion figure just stuck in with some Marvel Legends, right? Okay. It's everything is together. The artwork fits. And so she wants to make sure that it always looks good because we're proud of it. Like it's a lot of hard work to get it to this point over the years. And so it's more making sure that things are displayed properly. But no, great support system. We all do it together. And I actually did, this is in the very early days of my channel. This is before I had met Natalie, but we did a series called Meet the Dubs, which is like 8-minute interviews with like my mom, my dad, my sisters, and my close friends. And it was every time that was the first question. What do you think about people that collect? And do you judge this? And how do you support this? Because that's an important topic. And, you know, I think my mom was the person that said, and I still say this, everybody collects something. Everybody collects something. When you really think about it, whether it's perfume or roosters or cows or dishes or Starbucks cups or keychains or shot glasses. Everybody collects something. And I mean, that's what we are as humans, right? We kind of take things in and then do something with it, whether we display it, whether we use it, whatever. And so as long as your bills are paid, look, I mean, if suddenly the power bill did turn off because I bought Mythic Legions, we'd have a very different conversation, right? But you got to take care of what you're supposed to first. Then my biggest rule, I'm not a big drinker, smoker, partier. It's not a thing I do that much of, or sometimes really any of, honestly. And a lot of people pee out their discretionary money. That's what they do each night. They go and they pee it out. They spend $100 at the bar and they stand at the urinal and it's gone.
You know what, Doug? Hey, I always say, people, like my hobbies is my hobbies, right? They're my hobbies. That's what I enjoy doing. Yeah. I don't have any bad influences. I don't have any negative influences around me. I don't club. I don't smoke. I barely drink. My wife, she's a drinker, not like an alcoholic or anything, but she loves wine. So, you know, she gets like the wine shipped in the house, and you know, like they send you a big case of wine every other month or whatever to test out. She likes stuff like that. So I'll just test that with her. But it's like I'm able to keep my money because I don't have any bad fucking vices, bro.
Yeah.
I don't have no negative vices.
Some people spend it at the golf course. And I like to go to I'll go to a Ravens game. Fortunately, I don't live where they are. I'd spend a lot more money there. But you know, we went to the AFC Championship game this year. And that was way more expensive than buying some action figures. Like way more expensive. It was a great memory and something that we'll cherish. And even though Baltimore didn't win, it was a great memory and something we'll always cherish. But so everybody spends their discretionary money on something. They spend it on something. Some people just like to eat. Like they're foodies, right? They like to eat really nice steak. That's all great. Who cares? I don't care what anybody does with their money. But that's what we do with our money. you know, is I spend a lot of it on toys, and the plus side is I can at least get some money back if I ever need to. If things ever went really, really south, well, there's at least several months of bills that you can, even if you liquidate it, right, that you can make do. So it's everybody does it, man. Everybody collects something, and that's I think the world's a lot more accepting of that than they used to be.
Yeah. I think it's really dope how you know, and you've done it with everything. Like when you were doing the fitness challenge thing, and I think thanks again for that, by the way. No, it's real. Like I was not about that life at that period of time, and then when you did it, I said, cool, I got a reason now, because I'm tagging you guys and you're tagging us, and it was just it felt like a community thing. So that's how I kind of paid attention to you more, because that, and then now I'm looking at your page as a consequence of that and stuff, and then I'm seeing that you are just filming whatever you think is interesting. If you're going somewhere and you think it's cool, or you know, you met somebody and you think it's dope, and you tagging them, and you're just kind of just living and just like, yeah, if I could document this, I'll do it. And you really don't seem like you are concerned about if someone accepts it or not. It's like
zero.
It's like, this is what I like. You know, if I had a burrito and I thought it was delicious, I'm gonna tag the taco place, and it's like really just the lens that you're looking at life through at the time. And I thought that was kind of cool.
I am, you know, what I do on YouTube and Instagram is home movies. And first and foremost, I'm trying to capture the memories for the people that I'm with at a given time, so that they can watch that back and enjoy it and remember the good times. I don't make it for any other audience. In fact, like, you can tell when I am, like, so when I did, we did the big, with the Beat Up Fit stuff, and then we were raising money and we were donating stuff, and we did the big donation at the end of the year to Toys for Tots. And so I was making like hunt videos at Walmart and Target 3 times a week. I hate doing that. I'm not going to buy anything. I don't collect Marvel Legend. It's a pain in the butt, but that's what people like, and it's the easiest video to make. And you can probably tell in those videos, I was just making it to make the video because I wanted people to watch it. And then what would happen in that time, Big Bad Toy Store was giving me things to give away because of those videos. Like, they had sponsored it. And so I was obligated to make a video for Big Bad Toy Store, so that they would then give me $100 worth of stuff that month. And then every month I was giving it away, and then I'd give some to the Toys for the Tots. Nice. And that was great, right? That's a big purpose, and it's great. But I still didn't want to go to Walmart 6 times a week. Like, I didn't want to do that. And so you can tell probably the energy in those videos was very, all right, here we are. Now we're doing this. Thank you, everybody. Versus, like, coming up here in a couple weeks, we'll be at MomoCon in May. MomoCon is a massive convention in Atlanta, 100,000 type people. I mean, it's a big show, and it's all things animated. People think it's just anime, but it's animation, period. So video games, Donald Duck, like anything animated. And that show was awesome. It doesn't get anywhere near the views that a Toylanta video will, or Legions Con, because there's not a lot of action figures at a show like that. But it's what we love to do. And it's our favorite show of the year. Wrestling suddenly is over there in the corner. I don't know why, but there'll be a ring and there'll be people wrestling. And it's silly. And Kaya gets to wear her costumes. And it's home movies that we get to look back at and enjoy. And that's what my channel is all about, is to be genuine, to be fun, and to build a community. This year at Toylanta, we had 30 people that were filming, and half of them I had never met before. And they'd send me a message, I'm gonna be at Toylanta. All right, just find us and start walking around with us. Yeah. Like, you ain't gotta be embarrassed, or just come on. You're welcome. Whoever you are, you're welcome. We're gonna be silly. Here's where we're going to eat. Come on, let's do it. Let's have a good time. And that's what it's about. And so all those other people get to be a part of the memory and make their own memories. And then the community grows and it grows. And that's what it's about, you know. That's what it is.
That's lit.
That's like engaging time.
You are not going to hear me say, like my video or subscribe or if that people want to do that, that's great. And I don't care if other people do it, right? That's what this platform is for. Sure. But like that little bit of money that YouTube gives me, you know, $32 every 6 months or whatever, like that's not making any difference to anything.
How much you say?
No, listen,
$30 or something. You know, it's crazy. There's no, you know, I'm not delusional.
He also Marvin's about to cancel his whole
Marvin's
thing.
face was ready for the response. He's like, "What's say?
He's about to unplug it. Like,
how many cents?"
Hey, this shit is over with.
Thank you for your time.
No, I mean, if you want to monetize on YouTube, the best thing is live streaming where people can tip and super chat. That's where people are making the mess.
People doing a super chat thing.
I mean, this is deep inside YouTube baseball, but that ad sales are down. Like if you hear it in the media, people are not buying advertisement on TV, right? For NCIS or for whatever, like comedy specials, Sports Center, they're not buying ads. So they darn sure aren't buying ads to put in front of my silly behind. Yeah. You know, so what used to now, I mean, you get paid from YouTube when you get $100. That's when you've accrued $100 worth of ad sales. That's when they'll pay you out. And that used to be easy for me in a month. Now it does not happen every month, even though I have more subscribers and more views than I used to, because people pay less for it. So that money, you know, like my best year on YouTube, maybe I made $2,500, you know, in a year. And that's with a lot of live streams and a bunch of videos and stuff. And then you got to pay taxes on it. So half of that disappears real fast, you know?
Yeah, but we mostly just doing it and just to, you know.
You build a community and then you find other ways.
We enjoy it.
So I haven't paid to go to a convention in a long time because of my YouTube channel, right? So you get it other ways where somebody invites you to their show because you're going to get a press pass, or they'll give my whole family a press pass. Wow. And, you know, for MomoCon, for instance, that's $600 to buy 3 tickets to MomoCon. I get them included as a press pass. So it adds up. And then you get something like Big Bad Toy Store wants to do something with you, or a toy company wants to send you a toy to review, or whatever. So you find other ways. But people that are just money hawking, that comes through, an audience will see it, and they'll dip. They'll see it, right? You know, so it's live streams are the way. People like to hang out. Like this right now, we're recording it, I believe, right? It's not live. Yeah. But if you ever get to the point where you convert this to a live stream, you'll watch that live audience grow and grow and grow, and then people will start sending tips. So they'll be like, "Oh yeah, hey, if you send $1, you get to ask a question, and it'll flash up on the screen." And people will do that stuff because that's you know, it makes them feel like a part of what's going on.
Exactly. Like we started with streaming on Insta, and then when we saw that, like, yo, we making so much content for Instagram, but it can't carry over. Will it carry over? Like, what's gonna happen to those videos a year or two from now?
I have no monetization on Instagram. So, you know, Dudog, he does now, and he can't tell. He's never been able to tell me how it happened. He doesn't know how it happened.
I don't know. Nobody's
they like don't reveal how you get monetized.
Yeah. So you talking about this? It's kind of like, he telling all telling all the jokes about the no zone.
You better be quiet.
Yeah. You know, he's like, so like this is.
I ain't got no secrets, man.
Yeah, people don't know. So, you know, we figured, you know, to give the best product, pre-recording would be best for the guests, and let's just like some, you know, with some hang-ups or with the camera or audio or whatever. So like that. So when we get more comfortable with how the transitions go, it'll be better to just live stream more often. But we do it here and there. You know, that's like.
Do you you could premiere it? Do you know how to premiere it on YouTube? So there, all that there is a box that just says, "I want this to go live at 12 o'clock on Sunday."
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll check, make this a premiere. What that does is it makes it like a live stream. So even though it's pre-recorded, the live chat will come. And so you can be in the chat being like, "Yeah, man, y'all got to see. Wait till Dub goes in there and shows his shoes."
Wow.
Like, it's crazy. And in that, people can tip. Anytime there's a chat, that's when people can super chat.
Never knew that.
And that kind of stuff. So, like, if you do a premiere, like this one might be a good one to premiere. You know, he said Dub's going to walk us around, show a collect. People may be into that. I don't know. I mean, my collection's been all over the internet a million times. It usually always gets good views for people.
Yeah.
So, and bro, I know you have some shit, but the first time I saw a little something, I was like, yo, his shit is neat. My shit's a mess, but his shit is nice and neat. Like, I was intrigued to see more and see, you know, like.
We try, man. We try.
Yeah.
It would be real easy to be junky, so we try to keep it nice and organized. But look, I mean, make it a premiere, and see. You know, you get to see your most engaged audience too. So I make my most anticipated videos a premiere, or when like Seth is here, OG Geek is here, or whoever, because they'll all be excited for the video too, and then they'll hop into chat. And so everybody will be clowning in the chat, talking to whoever's watching. But then you get to go in there and go, oh man, I got 20 people that are watching my video the second I put it out. Like that's what they were waiting for. Like it was Monday Night Raw. Like they were ready for that. And it's cool. You get to see who your folks are that way.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we'll see the views like within the 8-hour time span from when because Marvelous will drop it at midnight. You know, sometimes even 1 in the morning. And then from that time on the East Coast to when we wake up, maybe like 9, 10, you'll see like 20 views, 30 views. So we don't know who those people are until they tag us in the story and say, hey, this is Wild Pod. But a lot of people are like passively watching, you know? And
use
like
Premiere. And if you have the YouTube Studio app on your phone, if you don't have that, have it on your phone. It sends you that weekly analytics. Like don't ignore that little pop-up. Watch it and go into it because it'll say, your video did X views between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. Your audience typically is not active on YouTube at that time. Maybe you should put it at 6 a.m. Like it'll give you all that kind of stuff. Because, you know, like I'm shocked at how many people from other countries watch the stuff. I mean, I have something like 11% of my audience is not in America. I can't believe that. Because I like it, and there's all these people that watch it with closed caption, and I'm like, I wonder what all this stupid stuff I say when I say touch brother, feel it, put it in the mouth. Like, what does that look like on closed caption?
Now we had somebody today that was like, so good. Wish it was in Spanish. It was like, the hell. And then we talked about it, and then Marvelous was like, yo, you can change the translation.
Yeah,
like, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. So like diving in a little bit to the YouTube Studio stuff is helpful to you know, just kind of see, you know, what it is. I mean, I'm pleased that I have like 6 or 7% female, because let me tell you, ain't a lot of toy channels that even get 1% female, which means we're doing a good job with the family and having everybody engaged. And but you know, I look at that stuff, but I've put my video at noon on Sunday for 7 years because that's when I wanted to do it.
Noon sounds good too.
Yeah, now we just went all off. I'm sure we're gonna edit all that out.
No, we good. We good.
You can let it ride.
Hey man, free game.
We go use that. Real. I was going to say, yeah, man. Listen, we damn, all the knowledge you're giving and all the game you show, we appreciate that because you've been in the game a little longer, so we definitely can. I mean, learn something from that. Go try to apply it to what we're doing. Just in case there's people who don't know of you or whatever, and they may see this video. How can somebody reach you if they want to talk to you or do what we're doing or have a conversation with you? How can they reach you?
So the best way to contact me is Instagram, Big Dub, BIGDUB60. That is the way. Now, remember the way Instagram works is like not everybody's messages gets through, and some of them go into the other, and some of them go into like requests. I don't spend all day looking at my message requests, but I do look at them every week. Like I'll open it up and see, because a lot of time it's like, hey, does your hot bot want this? Click here for, you know, nipples or something like that. Maybe sometimes you click on that too, but there's also like regular people that are like, hey, I saw you at Toyland. It's a great video. I'm like, why did this get captured in the same place as, I don't know. So on Instagram, and I try to do as many shows as I can. It's not easy, you know, especially during the school year. We got a lot of stuff going on. But like I'll go on anybody's show, chop it up, have a good time, you know, if the schedule works. But reach out. I'm happy to share. There's no secrets to what I do. Now, if you want to talk to I don't know who's a good example. Somebody like Toy Galaxy.
Okay.
They're probably not going to share their secrets because I think that's their full-time job. But like you can talk to Robo. Robo will reply to you he's not with Floosh anymore, but he'll reply. You know, so a lot of those guys, The Amazing will reply to people, but they get thousands of message requests in a day. But I will probably reply to you unless you start doing something, you know, a little sketchy. Like there's been a time or two where somebody's like, hey, I love your channel, love your video. And I say, thank you. And then next thing I know, I got 714 messages showing pictures of swords and umbrellas and like their feet. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to block this one. I don't know what just happened, but block.
I thought you were going to say you showing something else.
Yeah.
Just activated my trap card.
Seth has encountered that. He has somebody.
What the hell?
Send some action. Send the Action Jackson shot. Yep.
What's up, Sam? You ready?
He said that's what's popping.
Big Dub?
trying to capture you like a wild Pokemon, bro.
Yo, listen, we ain't gonna hold you, Big Dub. We really appreciate you, bro, and spending time with us. Yes. And you know, this means a lot, bro. Thank you so much for coming on with us. And
absolutely,
for real.
We gonna see you at Legions Con. Y'all going to any other shows between? That's November's a long way away.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, you know.
Well, I usually go to the one in New Jersey, like the Jersey cons.
Where are you? You're in Jersey. You're in Pennsylvania, Miami. Where are you?
I'm in New York, Yonkers.
Oh, you got like Zolo. They got in the New Jersey toy shows. They got all kind of stuff up there.
Yeah,
there are all kind of places you can get robbed.
Where in New York? You in the city?
Several locations.
I got to be in New York in a couple.
I'm pretty good, weeks. But you know, work and then families and stuff. So I try to go where I can and sponsor Grown Ass Men Toys as best as I can.
That's lit, bro.
Well, let me know, and we'll do it right at Legions Con.
That's it.
In Miami, Cameron, you got to hook up with Seth and them down there, man.
Yeah, no, we got to put it together. OG and Seth for sure.
Now, OG is like on a barbecue kick suddenly. OG does move around a little bit to what he's collecting at the time, and he currently seems to be collecting smokers and brisket. Not that there's any complaint from me. He can show up with the sausage if he wants to. That's all right. But he's on the barbecue kick. But Seth is. He's down there in the South Florida.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely. If I go to, it's a SuperCon, right?
Florida SuperCon.
Yeah. So if I ever get a chance to go to SuperCon soon, I'll be looking for him for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking about coming to Toyland next year. You can come to our house, take a tour. We cooked out this year. We had we had ribs and wings and all sorts of stuff. We did it the night before the show started. So, that's almost a year away now. Plenty of time to plan.
Yeah.
But we can do a live episode from the house. Y'all can be in here.
From the house.
Just butt booty naked if you need to. It don't matter. We'll have a good time.
Hey, listen now. I'm cool with that if I can wear one of the wrestling belts.
The ditty on this is
Shawn Michaels style,
bro.
With that
Shawn Michaels style,
like that.
laying down just like that with the belt.
Yeah. This is the Bad Boy remix of episode, bro. So much ditty.
That is ditty there.
So much ditty in one place, bro.
No ditty. Big up. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
Yeah,
on that note, I am Marvelous Shots.
I'm Collector 425.
I am the real comrade.
We are Grown Ass Men Toys. We appreciate it. Big Dub, thank you so much, bro.
You said on that note, and it was the Diddy note. That's the note.
Is it Diddy note? You left on the Diddy note. Yeah. You dropped it on there. Take that.
I wish I had a Diddy song right now. Play that shit.
Yeah, play that shit.
Appreciate you, Big Dub.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, boy.